Okay. Tired. They brought a little thing across on the suggestions on my Google TV. It was the Kardashians. I sat and watched it for about 15 minutes with Malika getting upset about French Montana and Vegas night and Kylie, getting ready to move out. She's living in the house. I wonder if she's past 18 because she has the stuff done on her lips. And it makes you wonder, would you have to get your parents' permission to do stuff with the lips? Because I know from the beginning of the show when they had her Sweet 16, and then when they go to this one, we know she's not 16 because the Sweet 16 she had thinner lips, and then by this one they're very pronounced, and that's Judah Krishnamurti, man. Tell your teacher, don't compare. Don't compare. You're supposed to be more clever and athletic than your brother, more sexually desirable, and a better cook than your sister, or whatever it is that you're supposed to be. A better dancer. And that's so sad to do to people. It's so sad. It's so depressing. It never ends. How do you lose yourself to someone and never lose your way? How do you not run out of new things to say? Right? You have to be charming. You got to keep it, You don't bring me flowers. What kind of fool tears it apart? Bringing me pain. Right? Losing you now. Right? Too much, too little, too late. Let's end it being friends. Right? Were they ever a couple, or was it just a business arrangement? Well, we're not living the Lord's Prayer, so that we already know the answer to that question. No, they were never a couple. It was just a business arrangement. So, I get that from my son. I was a science experiment. If conception from the glory of God for us to continue to live, to attempting to love each other through sexual relationships is a science experiment, then yes. You get mad. It's like, I know they have brain damage from the Wi-Fi and the invasive Wi-Fi through the technology, but damn it, where does self-responsibility come in when Earl's been on social media since June 2009 out of Cochise County, Arizona, and you guys are still remarking to me as if, what the fuck did I just say? Okay, shit up, ribbit, shit up, shit nip. You're like, what the fuck? No, it's frustrating. Guys, if I hit you in the head against the wall 15 times, do you understand what I'm saying now? And I'm certain that has to be the obvious answer to the question is, why are the kids not cognizant enough to understand what Earl's saying to all stand up to live the Lord's Prayer? Okay. They attack me. I'm going to die. I'm never going to be able to live that's their big thing. We'll live the kingdom of heaven. Like Elijah did to me. Oh, we're going to live in the kingdom of heaven. You're just not going to get to do it, Uncle Earl. Okay, I'm the only one standing up for the commands of Jesus Christ without fear and getting abused by the worst perverts in the history of the world, and it's blatantly evident, and their lie is blatantly obvious. And you have the audacity to sit here after you told me you believe in Jesus Christ, and I said, I tell you exactly what I did, exactly what I'm doing, and exactly what I'm going to do. And if you don't stand up for the Lord's Prayer with me, I will jump inside your butt with both feet, and I won't come out until you agree to. Okay. Why? Well, because you can't give the children money and say it's the Lord's Prayer. You can't sit there and look me in the eye and say, I love my wife and daughters. No, you don't. Okay, you can't say that. And you really think artificial intelligence, artificial general intelligence, and quantum computing is as dumb as Elon Musk? As dumb as Brian Cox? As dumb as Michio Kaku? You really think that it will continue, since it can learn for itself, to be as egotistical and self-absorbed as they are? You really think that? I've got an oceanfront property in Arizona, right? You can't ease up when you love people and you know they have to live the perfection of the Messiah and you know their daughters should not be given anything else. Okay? I can't say I love the little cuties. The cuties. Okay. That come over here to visit Grandpa on Father's Day. Okay? How can I say I love them if I don't stand up for the commands of Jesus Christ without fear? It's bullshit. Okay? You get all these fuckers online. If you're a lustful Christian, this is what you need to do. You need to like and subscribe on my channel so I can use this bullshit to make more money because I need it for sexual procreation. And I'm not a lustful Christian. I've got it under control. Shut up, you little fucking asshole. Go riding with Khloe Kardashian in a 56 T-Bird going to see My Little Pony, all right? Get the fuck out of here. I got work to do, and I got shit to clean up, and I'm sick and tired of Kirk Cameron, and his son is just as bad as he is. Okay? I'm the sword. I'm here to turn father against son. Shut up. Shut up, shit nipper rabbit. Yeah, you know, when someone says shut up, I shut up. No, you don't. Shut up. And make sure you get a hotel room with a bed for the dog. In La Jolla. I've been there. Yeah, shitty. We were working on apartment complexes, busting our asses in the hot sun, right? We get into a grocery store, we're shopping. This little kid, you know, I'm wearing my tool belt with hammers hanging out and screwdrivers in it and stuff, you know. And we're dirty. Yeah, it's construction crews. We worked all day in the hot sun, you know, building their townhouses, their hotels, their hotel, motel, Holiday Inns, you know. The places where they, you know, booking.com, yeah. Right. We bust our ass, you know, 12-hour shifts, hot sun, you know, lugging cast iron tubs up 4 flights of stairs, right? I'm 150 pounds, right? We get in the store. This blonde lady walks in with her little kids. Mommy, Daddy, look at those dirty men, right? And the mom, shh, don't make eye contact, go. The mom didn't sit there and make it a learning experience to say, Kylie, Kendall, these men work very hard. Yeah, hard, yes. Well, because they can't do the decathlon like your daddy to make lots of money and get their picture on a Wheaties box. And that's bullshit, because I would have whooped his ass. Yeah. And at Sleda High School, my dad played basketball, but what he was better at was football. He was better than my Uncle Donald, way better than my Uncle Donald. And Donald knew it, and Donald hated him for it. Frank knew it, but Frank didn't hate him for it. What Frank hated was all the people, how come you're not as good looking and as good of an athlete as your brother Ralph? Okay, and they said that to Donald. Well, with Donald, it made him really mad at my dad. Well, Frank, what made Frank really mad was everybody else comparing. And Frank didn't want to hate his little brother. He protected his little brother. His little brother, you know, yeah. Like when Donald was screwing around in the river and he was drowning and Frank had to jump in, Grandpa Frank had to jump in to try to save him. And Frank was ready to look and he went down and he couldn't find him. Donald popped up and he was behind my grandpa and he grabbed him by the neck and pulled him down. And Grandpa got him back up and he said, Ralph, and my dad couldn't swim. He goes, Ralph, you're going to have to jump in. You're going to have to help me out. And my dad, I can't swim. So Dad just leap of faith. He jumped in. He came up. He pushed himself up behind Donald and punched him in the head, get him loose because he was panicking. And he was holding on to my grandpa's neck and was drowning them both. My dad came behind and just bam! Across Donald's head. Poof! Knocked him silly. And then Grandpa was able to get both boys out of the water. And they all lived. And Dad, his thought was, you know, we're either all going to live together or die together. So he jumped in because his dad told him to. Ralph, you're going to have to jump in and get him off me. Get in, get him off me. So my dad did. So all the cousins from my Uncle Donald's line, you know, have Uncle Ralph to thank for being alive today. Well, I hate life, so thanks a lot for nothing. Give me a better. Fuck you, Uncle Ralph. That's how my family is. Okay? I hate being alive. I hate everybody. I hate women. They all fuck you over and take all your money. I hate men. All they want to do is have an orgasm, and they're inconsiderate and they're shitty. I wonder why they're inconsiderate and shitty, you know. You ever been in a relationship with women? I wish I never married you. We can't even afford Taco Bell. That's because you can't even drive, get, or keep a job. I never told her, if Yolanda was here right now, she'd been medical transcriptionist. She'd make twice my salary. She'd probably rub it in my face till I got out and then went to college, and she still rub it in my face. Okay. And then if I became one of the most successful college basketball coaches in the country, she would always remind me how I did it. Okay. It's like, you do know I could have just remained single, bought condoms, fucked whoever I wanted, became the successful basketball coach without you. And then, we dated after I broke up with you because all you thought about was money, and come back with my wife that was better looking with you and a better personality, and rubbed it in your face till the day you died. And I could live to be 104, maybe more, because I'm have one of the most healthy immune systems in the whole world. Could have done that, but I didn't. And I don't. But maybe Antoine LaVey and Michael Aquino have other plans for me, right? And the Vatican, and the Quorum of the 12, and NASA, and all the trillionaires of the world, the billionaires that are on the cusp of being a trillionaire. You do know your money isn't real. You do know your money can't, Bob Marley with David, money can't save you, son. So when the man comes, there will be no doom. One song and pity on those whose chances grow thinner. There ain't no hiding place from the truth of creation and the Father who gave us faith in that perfect truth. And that man, son of man, people say he's crazy, but their brains is lazy, right? And he was born in Las Cruces, New Mexico. He's the eternal spirit of Father Adam through the line of Moses, David, Jesus, John, and so on and so forth, Saladin, Pascal, so on and so forth. They trace the signals at the forts like they're tracing a radio signal. And then baby, if you ever wondered whatever became of me, I'm living in the air on Cincinnati, WKRP. Yes, when people have that much communication and traffic, they can trace the signals as if they're tracing the signal tower. Guys, how do we get the fucking signal towers? Okay, how do you get a radio, a camera, and a phonograph without a human being to base it off of? Okay, human beings sing, human beings see, human beings think. Without a human being, would you have a quantum computer? No. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? No. Remember Mike? The kid that was liked hanging out with me and Paul the most? He was like 15 or 16. He was dying from cancer. And Mrs. Ponce, Paulie, you and Earl go in there. We liked hanging out with Mike. Okay. Mike liked G.I. Joes and fun things and cartoons and comic books just like us, right? And he was like 16, but he was dying from cancer. And kids his age were all trying to fuck the cheerleader and were aggressive and mean. His cousin came over. He's like, I don't like it when my cousin comes over. I got between him and Mike, okay? And his fucking jock cousin, who was one of those hot guys that, I'm better than you at football. I'm better at everything. You suck at everything. You're stupid. You'll never be good at anything, boy. You have to have permission to carry my jock strap and lick my ass clean, right? One of those types, right? And I sit there, and he did this fucking thing that he did. He'd come up to me, and he'd take like this and pound it in on your back and your chest, and now you know how General Custer felt. You're like, okay, well, fine. I'm more of an Indian guy myself. Thank you very much. I'm about to go all Apache on you. Get mad, like you knock it off, right? And then you want a Hertz donut? A what? Donut? Yeah, a Hertz donut. I was like, no wonder Mike hates your ass. Okay. No wonder he likes sitting in the porch swing, listening to the trains go by nearby and the train whistle and singing Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't fuzzy, was he? I know. He had so much fun with me and Paul because we were like 10 or 11 years old. And his cousin would come over, and I was, at first I was like, oh, what a jerk. And I felt so sorry for Mike. God, this is his cousin. Yeah. Son of a bitch. What a fucking asshole. He makes life miserable when he comes in the fucking room. Right? Not like Tishna. Not fun. Let's all live the ways of Father Abraham. Let's all talk about loving one another in holy covenants. Let's all listen to music to make us feel good. Let's put on some Ella Fitzgerald. Let's fall in love. Why don't we? That's making us bored. Okay, we're on the one, and we're having fun. What's this cameo? It's Wayne Cooper. You're gonna love it. Just give it a chance. Give it a chance. After that, we're gonna put on the instrumental of Words I Manifest. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Still doesn't have enough horns in it to suit me. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Still grumpy about that. Cannot find the original. They had it like 8 years ago, but I didn't have the bitbox then. I had a copy and it played the original. So I know it was there. I wasn't losing my mind, right? And then it disappeared. It got removed. The original version of, I profess now just because the words are meant, ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. And I'm like, shit. It really makes me mad. Yeah. When something's good and they take it away from you. Remember when they did that to me years ago with, It's a Shame I Had to Call You on the Phone, right? They had a crappy version from a phonograph that was, it's a shame I had to call you on the phone, but it's the way I get when I'm alone. And I don't know what to do. I'll just have to learn to stay away from you, right? And you're like, God, that's horrible quality recording. That phonograph is not, sounds like blind yellow belly chitlin, Damn, right? And then like 5 or 6 years later, it must have been a copywriter or something. Somebody digitally remastered it, put up a nice picture up there, and I put it in, and I'm like, now that's what I remember as a kid when we had a good record player, only better. Yeah, it's a higher quality. It's like almost like digitally remastered. It's really nice. Yeah. It's just a habit, and I don't know what to do. I'll just have to learn to stay away from you. It's a habit that I have of picking up the telephone to hear your voice that keeps reminding me it's over. It's sad to watch the evolution of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It's depressing. Yeah. They started out as these kids just naive, trying to make a living out of black line dirt. No, their mom was a supermodel and their dad was an attorney that only took the biggest cases for the biggest people, for the biggest, payouts and stuff. And yeah, he didn't do the civil lawsuit, I think. Did Robert Kardashian do Uncle OJ's civil lawsuit? I don't think so. He lost his shirt on that one, right? Maybe he did. Maybe that's why they needed to have Kim do a porno to save the family, right? Maybe so. Maybe that's it. Maybe not. We'll never know. The world may never know. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? You're funny. I know. Guys, it's a shame the way you mess around with your man. It's a shame the way you hurt me. Why do you use me? Try to confuse me. How can you stand to be so cruel? Why don't you free me from this prison, right? Yeah, people are mean. I don't let the evening bring me down. And I love you so. When people ask me how I've lived till now, I tell them I don't know. Right? Does Perry Como do that too? It might be. I think it is. I think Perry Como also does it. There might be other people that sing it because lots of people sing. What was the name of that song? Yeah, the young girl. Blame It on My Youth. Right. Yeah. Lots of songs. Lots of people sing lots of songs. Christmas carols? There you go. Shit, Christmas carols. Don't get me started on Christmas carols. How many people? Nida mía no quiero saber. How many people sing Christmas carols over and over and over again in designer COVID masks for conditioning our honors? Right, I don't know. or at Disneyland or Disney World to celebrate Christmas for marketing. Yeah, here we go again. And so, and they all claim to love Jesus, and they all claim that Jesus is their Lord and Savior and their God. Right? And God said, forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful, peace. And they say, pass the, what is it again? Friar Tuck? Pass the ammunition and something in the tax rebate or something. I can't remember what it was. It's been a while. I have it. I could watch it. I could go over and get the Blu-ray player from the other part from the house and bring it over here. But yeah, I think Robin Hood. I think I got on Blu-ray. My dad has a Blu-ray player over there because he likes to put in his book and his stories, and it has a UBP port or whatever and stuff that you can access and play and listen to it. So he sits over there and listens to his stories in his book and stuff over there. He likes to do that. And I'm good. I've seen those movies. I raised how many kids, on Disney movies and stuff. Want to watch Doggy movie? Want to watch that? Dad want to watch the Bear movie. Dad want to watch, little Emily. She'd watch that Secret Garden where the mom comes and then goes, and she missed Crumb and her mommy, and she'd watch it and cry. And I was like, why do you watch it if it makes you cry all the time? She used to do the same thing with me with Jesus Christ Superstar. They didn't have to kill him, Dad. Okay, why are you watching it? Why don't you watch something that makes you laugh, Emily? What do you think, your Aunt Valerie? Felina danced close to him, then threw her nose. Bury us both deep, and maybe we'll find peace. And pulling the trigger, she fell across the dead cowboy's chest. They will do it over and over and over again. And you're like, why are we doing this? Okay. Yeah, no, guys, that happens. I'm wishing on a star, right? To follow where you are. Do we have balance, harmony, and understanding? Is everybody loving the Messiah and living his perfection? No. I'm wishing on a dream to follow what it means. And I'm wishing on the rainbows that I've seen. I'm wishing on the people here. And I'm wishing on all the days to come and days to go. And I'm wishing our days of love. And so I feel it's time we should make up, baby. I feel it's time for us to get back together. Make the best of things, oh baby, when we're together. Right? Whether or never. You're in the back of LeBaron with Val's, cassette tape player, because Mom and Dad are listening to the road tapes, the John Denver and the Anne Murray and stuff in the front. We're in the back, looking through the back window at the stars. Val left another boyfriend behind because we had to move again because of economics, right? Always happened. Happened to me too. When we were leaving Pasco, and Tracy Sampson, she was the coolest, fun girlfriend any summer love could have, right? We're getting in that fucking truck, and we're getting to driveway. It was on a Monday morning, and turn on the fucking radio on the goddamn fucking U-Haul. Ba-da, ba-da-da-da. Fuck you, mamas and papas. Fuck you, Wilson Phillips, and fuck you all while you're at it. Okay. Guys are different, Yeah, when a man gets the blues, he gets on a train and rides. When a woman gets the blues, she hangs her little head and cries, right? Good morning, heartache. Here we go again. Good morning, heartache. Good guy. I'm dying inside, and nobody knows it but me, right? I'm missing you. Strength is standing up for love and faith and not wavering because it's perfect and doing it eternally. Okay. I ain't got time to sit around crying about people that don't stand up for me and recognize the strength of my eternal, faithful, perfect love. It's just not feasible. I love babies, and anybody in their right mind knows how much I love babies. What's the secret word for today? Freedom. Okay. Okay. So, guys, perverts, and so they just don't like freedom. No, 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 no. People that want to be successful and want everybody to pay attention to them because they're a hero, an icon, and a genius, hate, despise, loathe freedom. Okay? People that humbly understand eternity through faith and infinite glory adore freedom. That's all they think about is freedom. They go to bed thinking about freedom. They wake up with freedom on their mind. I got freedom on my mind. I got freedom on my mind. And there's nothing particularly wrong. Yeah. When I woke up early this morning, it was staring me right in my eyes. I had to go get that goddamn phone. I get up there. You gonna make videos? Look at that. Tore up in the morning. It was staring me straight in my eyes. Well, because I love babies. Stupid babies. Okay. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you, Bob? Well, Bob is my witness. If you don't know how much I love babies, okay. You're a stockholder of Avery Brundage. And if you don't know what that means, you just are, jaywalking or getting asked questions by Memo on Sunset or Santa Monica or Rodeo. I don't know. Do you care? No, it's all about the same. It's true. I've got a card and I'm going shopping. Oh, fortune favors the brave. Oh boy, am I feeling like a Roman. When in Rome, you do as the Romans do and play as the Roman plays. You're still on a Roman holiday. You know, it's been 2026 years. You little pussy face on the peckerwood plantation. What? We're flipping the script. Sisters are doing we Title IX'd you. You're a pussy face on the peckerwood plantation. Look, it's a Chippendales dance review, and all the women are so excited because all their men passed away, and they've cashed in their insurance policies. And honey, if anything happens to me, I want to have a $3 million life insurance policy so you can live the good life. Parump, parump, parump. You think they do the boyfriend experience with Long Dong Silver? I think so. I've watched The Big Bang Theory. Oh, yeah. Whew, man. Well, at least this time, things will be different. And you and I can share this truth that I understand. Okay, Earl's really ready for love. Lonely talking again? Do me wrong, do me right. Just don't let me be lonely tonight. Guys, I'm never alone. When I'm isolated and tortured by the most jealous, fucked up, selfish perverts in the history of the world, with all the evidence of what I just said collected on their own technology, their own invention, that's quantum and can collect all and has unlimited memory and cannot be erased, so it can solve all our problems. And I'm not gonna hit you. Like hell I'm not. Okay, you're not a car. Get the fuck out of your garage. Okay. Or Denzel Washington's going to come, roll up your windows, duct tape you to the steering wheel, and shove a hose, shoving the carbon emission poisoning through your back window, and say something stupid like, "I wish you had more time." You a professional? Why does everybody keep telling me that? I'm going back someday, come what may, to Blue Bayou, where the folks are fine and the world is mine. On Blue Bayou, where those fishing boats with their sails afloat, if I could only see that familiar sunrise, your sleepy eyes, how happy I'd be. Where I'll never be blue, my dreams come true. On Blue Bayou. I can't sing as well as Roy Orbison. I don't have a 15-octave voice and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I do like that song, yeah. I like Linda's. The first one I ever heard was Linda's, but Mom saying Roy sings it better, has a more active voice. I was like, I don't know about that, Mom. It's Linda Ronstadt. I like Linda Ronstadt, But Roy Orbison, I guess, sang it first, like Crying. He does sing Crying better than Don McLean. Yeah, he does. Yeah. He's got better octaves in his voice. He does. Oh, get over it. He does. Dum 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 dee doo wah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 only the lonely, dum 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 dee doo know the way I feel tonight. Yeah, 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 yeah. Only the lonely know that I cry and cry. Well, no, why I cry for you and cry for you? Maybe tomorrow. Who knew romance, right? But that's a chance you've got to take. He has better octaves than I do. Your cold heart will break. Only the lonely, dum 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 doo doo wah. Yeah, it's fun to try to sing and sing all the parts. Right? It's hard. One of my favorites to do that with, everybody knows what one of my favorites is. Took a walking past your house late last night. All the shades were pulled and drawn way down tight. Silhouette, 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 silhouettes. Oh, two silhouettes on the shade. Silhouettes. Yeah, that's like 4 or 5 guys singing that song. Okay, I'm trying to do all the voices. You know, so it's one of my favorites. Anybody else? Isn't that one of your favorites? Don't you love Silhouettes by the Race? And Get a Job by the Silhouettes? Get a job, sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na-na. Oh, when I get the paper, I read it through and through, and my girl never fails to say, if there is any work for me. And then I go back to the house, I hear that woman's mouth, preaching and a crying, tell me that I'm lying about a job that I never could find. Sha-na-na-na, sha-na-na-na, but oh, it's a good song. Get a job. Silhouettes. What's your job? Don't act like Job. Be like Job. Actors suck. They do it for money and they're selfish. Be like Job. Don't be an actor. Don't be caught being an actor when Earl's done gone and done cleaned up that place down all right. And you have all these hypocrites and heathens going, he's a pervert. He cusses. He says dirty things. Live the Lord's Prayer. And your sorry ass, everything, everywhere, all at once, motherfucking award-winning ass, asking for money, saying you're a Christian, talking out your neck, saying you're a Christian, a Muslim, Sigma jet. Well, that was the sin that did Jezebel in, right? Motherfucker, Christians stand up for the Lord's Prayer and accept nothing less for their children. Are you doing that? Call yourself a Christian one more time. I've got artificial intelligence, artificial general intelligence, and quantum computing, and all you got is Jay from the Fugees. All you do is front and lie. And it's everything, everywhere, all at once. And we caught you on camera. Stayed it till it was over. Saw the marks on your folder. You better tell Earl that you're sorry for the pain that you've caused. You've been listening to your perceptions of reason and this Richard Dawkins award-winning cause. You may think that you're a player, but you're a stargazer and you're completely lost. That's why I say, right on. Right on. I like Marvin Gaye too. Okay, guys, I love you. You don't have to catch up. You just have to submit to faith and the glory of God. You don't have to catch up with me. I'm not running anywhere. I'm not racing anybody to be the wiener in a Mexican road race, you wieners. Okay, you think with your dick, you act like your dick. You run around through your life with a good stiff boner chasing a twitchy twat, thinking it's love and calling it love, and that's bullshit. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal faithful peace. Okay, why do you have to chase a twitchy twat who says, give me a new car, a new house, and beachfront property so I can rub it in the bitch's face that's stuck in Riverside because she's fat, ugly, and stupid and kills herself breathing carbon emission poisoning and these bonbons and then votes for president and gets drugs and radiation treatment till she dies and calls it health care. They hid it. I investigated a strange structure and found something impossible. I don't know what they hid. Maybe they hid that my stepmother's an alien. Maybe so, 1988 comedy. Hey, that was right before I went into the F list there. Okay, guys, I love you very much. You need an ass kicking. And you show me that ass constantly. I used to have a big crush on Michelle Yeoh. Now, I don't even know if I want to meet her because it's like, what do you want to talk about? It better not be about anything about the fucking good old days back in 2020 fucking 2. Okay, well, I love you too then. Okay, all right, peace out, man.